We got team 2 together. It is Yushu's team as a Beastmaster Hunter. On that team, we got us Vareen in stealth as a rogue against Fail on the good old bear form. We got Mantran as well as Athen, man. In ironclad purple versus team 1, we got us as Anton, but now we got Arky going to be first up versus Freddy in the back. We got a Death Striker as well as Privoya. I didn't realize he was a rogue, undead rogue. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. Gonna be Yushu first up versus Arky, trying to get the Frost Shocks in. Yushu, I think, is playing Ventia this time around. Gonna be a big chain harvest as Arky recovers a lot of health. Gonna be a big defensive for Yushu really early on, trying to get himself a little bit of healing. One of your pets, actually both of your pets are getting taunted by the Earth Elementals. Yushu better have better control of their pets, otherwise his pets are gonna be on Earth the whole time. They're actually getting taunted, so that's actually a lot of auto attacks that goes into that pet instead of Arky. Finally get the pets under control. Yushu super low in health though, might not be able to recover, and Arky just slamming down the alien blast. Man, Arky just came in with some big blaster bursts out of nowhere. And Athen's gonna have to be the one next. Swapping out pets, is playing that Necrolord with a big old flesh scout. Arky charging at him. It's just gonna hit him with Stormstruck. Not even a good old bow to start the honor duel. Just trying to take the momentum. He's like, yo, I got my Earth Elemental for 30 more seconds. Can we get this up and running? Is going to be able to kite Athen behind the pillar though. Maybe Arky is trying to go for a bit of reset. I think that's exactly what he has to do. Set up a stun totem, get a sunder as Arky rounds the bend just to make sure he lands a stun. Tries to get a bit of damage in. Looks like he's going to back up out of the Athen with full burst of ammo. Final rank. It's going to be Arky reacting to this with a trinket wall. It's going to be a lot of healing. Got himself lots of damage back to Athen though. He just got counter pressure. Trying to see if he can get a hex out of Athen. Is going to be able to force that adaptation as he goes into Ghost Wolves and runs out of there. That was actually a nice amount of counter pressure versus Athen. That was ridiculously good. Ellie blasts, but Athen recovers it immediately with a Hand of Freedom. Oh, not Hand of Freedom. Word of Glory. What would be the word? Is it just a Word of Glory? What word would you use to signify glory as a paladin? I would imagine it would be like does he just go like Dorime? Puts his hand up in the air and just gets healed. Elemental blast, blasting right through the Shield of Vengeance. The pets are there, the Ghost Wolves are there to help split the damage of Shield of Vengeance, so it becomes less of a menacing offensive or counter-offensive ability, but still a good defensive for Athen. Dodging the stun totem, going to be a full hex on Athen. And Arky might be able just to wait out and Ghost Wolf get himself a little bit of healing. Looking to reposition away from Athen for the time being, but then it's going to be also slow into Athen as well. As Arky getting blasted out by them hammers. Athen have himself adaptation coming back very, very soon. Stun onto Arky. Is that going to be full burst damage? Trying to see if he can make it happen here. Does not have wings to combine into it, but he's still got plenty of pressure. Arky having to use a lot of his mana to try to heal. Goes to join in. Massive chain harvest. Huge damage onto Athen, who is forced to bubble as he dips really, really low. Is going to have to start generating a little bit of extra self-healing. Have some Fleshcraft in case he ever gets interrupted on Unholy. And might be a pretty good idea for him to get interrupted on Unholy just so he makes sure he gets a full Fleshcraft. Arky with huge damage got himself activated the racial, trying not to get interrupted onto Holy. He's just trying to see if he can blast damage into Arky's health bar as he just continues to heal himself. Eventually, Athen is going to run out of mana. Going to be the stun totem down. Arky with the Elder Blast to follow. Athen doesn't have any more immunities anymore. He does need to get interrupted on a Holy just so he can get himself a heal. That's going to be that Slime Shield. Get himself a bit of recovery as it dips kind of low. He got himself a little bit of Word of Glory. A Holy Power is building. But Arky with more Ghost Wolves. Any Elemental Blast, any Chain Harvest right now, while Athen is low, could be extremely deadly. Gonna be Arky trying to use Sprint in order to catch up to Athen, interrupt him on a Fleshcraft as he tries to hit him with that with a Hand of Hindrance. But it wasn't enough since Ghost Wolf just lets Arky break any slows, or at least become immune to slows for a short amount of time. And Athen got wings back up. Might have used wings here. Offensively and defensively. Stun onto Arky, full wreck, trinket with a wall. Athen get himself lots of damage, but might have to start using all that holy power for healing instead, as that is a full wall for Arky. And Athen was able to recover quite a bit. Arky is still able to managing to maintain himself for now. Trying to land a stun totem onto the pallet. Not gonna happen. It's a bit of a duel between the two juggernauts here. Elder Blast is still flying for Arky, but unable to really make the damage happen versus Athen just yet. I think it's going to come down to both of them just trying to max out the damage, or there's honestly might have to go into dampening. If neither of them reset away from one another, this could be actually a pretty quick duel. As long as they're using a lot of those self-healing on themselves, though, all the Maelstrom and all the holy power on self-heals, it is going to be a bit of a back and forth. But Arky has the advantage of short CDs with those Ghost Wolves, and those Ghost Wolves build them so much damage, so much Maelstrom, it could be pretty nice. Athen every 45 seconds does have Seraphim. Try to see if he makes some damage with his Arky. He got that stun, he got a lot of AoE, final wreck and everything available. Arky having to use a lot of his mana defensively. Huge Shade Harvest as Athen was super low, but Athen was building a lot of that offensive holy power. Having to use it for Word of Glory while Seraphim is up gives you Mastery, which doesn't help, but gives you Versa, which does help with healing. Crit, which is going to give you a little bit extra chance to crit. If your crits heal as your low health, it is massive amount of recovery. Basically on hands. But Athen so far hanging in. Another Hodja to Arky. Does he have enough pressure? Does he have enough damage? Looks like he got himself a little bit of resource generating. Resource built. But Arky had Ghost Wolves on the Athen. Stun Totem around the pillar. Does he get his Stun Totem is down? Athen might have to do something here. No bubble. Oh! Arky just kept the pressure, kept the consistency rolling. The Ghost Wolves definitely ended up helping him out a ton. Definitely ended up helping him tremendously. Vareen is going to be up next as a rogue versus Arky. He got himself full elemental shield and everything ready. 5 minutes into this duel. It's going to be a full stun. Flagellation is up. The rogue is going into a full shadow blades and everything. It's going to be massive, mad damage versus Arky with a blind. Even though he had a full flesh cuff or full flagellation rolling. Instead going for a full reset. Is that what his plan is? Get him low, then go back with another stun after, or maybe just cheap shots after? Because unless he's got calm points for a full kidney shot, I don't think it's going to be a full stun. Got himself a Shadow Strike kidney shot, as it was a small heal available for Vareen. It's going to take the time and the Globus to take down the totem. Arky super low. He's going to recover a little bit. Got himself the mana and Maelstrom. The Wolves join in. Vareen got a Cloak of Shadows for some of the damage versus Arky. Might need to get an invasion as well for some of the Ghost Wolves. Sunder with a stun totem. Oh, trinkets out of it. No, Vareen. Oh, Arky. Just baiting that trinket with a Sunder. This way you're like, Sunder, I'm low, I panic. Trinket, bam. Gets put in a situation where it's going to be really difficult to defeat him. Mantran. Oh, that name is weird to say. Mantran. Yeah, I guess if you ignore the I, Mantran is going to be up next. Going to be Shackles and Malediction versus Arky as he got the Chimeric Poison. Is going to harpoon him as he's trying to see if he can get behind the pillar. And that's going to be Mantran. Try to see if you can live through him. Sunder by Arky as he's just trying to make the damage happen versus Mantran as best as possible. And Arky taking a bit of hits. Mantran trying to cut it around. It's going to be a full turtle, man advantage as he's having to go for a bit of defense. So Arky was getting a bit of pressure into him. The Ghost Wolves are in the fight. Freezing Trap onto Arky. Maybe Mantran can get out of there. Maybe I should call him Imo. Maybe that's a better word, better name. But Mantran does have himself a big defensive too. Is he trying to go for a wave? I think he's trying to wave at somebody on the team, Arky. Maybe he's just somebody who wants to duel. Big alley blast into Mantran, trying to go for feign death at the last second. Flash cap getting interrupted. That's going to definitely send him back. No more defense. A huge chain harvest. Stun onto Arky. Mantran got nothing left. If he just gets hit by something, anything. Lightning bolt from a mile away. Just sent it. And Spale is going to be up next. Last one. Over for the team 2. Is Arky just going to be able to blast right through everybody? So far, he's been able to do pretty okay. Got himself Ghost versus Spale. Gonna be a full Berserk, full Barskin for Spale. Got himself lots of damage. Wall is up as he's trying to tank up the damage with Arky. LA Blast hits him, but it hits right into that wall, heavily reduced. Arky having to go for Sunder and the wall himself. Spale not deterred at all, continuing to get some damage and trying to get a Cyclone into Arky. Maybe he got himself Flesh Cut? Because it looked like he just went for a Cyclone. Maybe he's just using Cyclone defensively. But I'm thinking this man is... What Covenant are you actually? Are you Night Fae? Maybe that's why he did it. Maybe he was like playing Night Fae and he's like, you know what? I'm going to get a Cyclone and get a kick on it. Then I'll be able to go for a big Night Fae. He's going to be in bear form, trying to get himself a bit of healing. What Covenant is this man? I still have no idea. Arky is going to be kind of low on mana. Needs to recover as much as possible. Thorns are up. Big Kaboke. Stun. Huge damage. Arky trickens the last second. Does get the wind shear to Kaboke. Is actually under a lot of pressure. Huge bite. And Arky's going to go for Battle Master Trinket. Master Chain Harvest might be able to get set up. Needs that Chain Harvest in order to catch up on healing. Got himself a little bit of healing as well. Maybe Chain Harvest. He is super low on health. Arky is going to need to do recovery here. Chain Harvest is out. But he's only had borrowed health. And eventually that borrowed health, he's going to have to pay back with a borrowing Impale is super low. So is Arky. Could be anyone's game. Into a quick maim. Does Arky go down? Does Spale take him out? A quick roar. Maybe could have descended. Charged towards Arky. Does he end up taking him out? You chill for Arky. Got himself a wall. Spale got no health whatsoever. Arky got no mana at all. Spale got plenty of healing for now though. Thorns is up. Arky is being very careful. A little bit of lag going on. Hopefully it doesn't disrupt the duel here. Spale super low. Arky no mana whatsoever. Ghost is joined in. It could be deadly for Spale. Spale in bear form. Does he have any healing whatsoever? Ellie blast from Arky at the end. My goodness. That was such a close duel. I was on the edge of my seat for so long there, dude. It could have been anyone's game. That was amazing. Oh, damn. That was so good. Yeah, let's get another one in there. Zentry, if you still have a team.